Shalom. First of all, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Okay, and double honors to the elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and all the Akim on the highways doing this thing in sincerity. Peace unto you. All right, go ahead and get that out.
Raise your voice, man.
That kind.
1 Thessalonians 5:1. But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night.
Right. The day of the Lord is going to come as a thief in the night. All right. It's not going to be here for everybody to see, know it's coming. You know, you can set your calendar to it. No, none of that. It's coming as a thief in the night. Okay, so what does that mean? Everybody thinks that when the Lord come back, everybody's going to be waiting 12 o'clock midnight. You know, nah. Okay, that means that people are going to be doing what they do, living in wickedness and their folly, and then the Lord's going to come back like a thief in the night. Read on.
For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh.
See, when you say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh. Okay, so right when, you know, tonight at the camp, the Elder Tahar brought out Job, you know, in the fullness of their sufficiency, they shall be in straits, you know. When they're about to fill their belly, then destruction, you know. It's not gonna be all you elites. You're not gonna have your way, man. You know, and that goes for the rest of you. The Lord's coming back. All right, so you think it's gonna be peaceful? You think because after they get done with this martial law and the chip, everything's gonna be at peace? Nah. That's when the Lord's gonna come back, all right? But you need to know the signs of the times, all right? Rather than the day and the hour, because no man knows that. But when it comes back, it's gonna be out, people gonna be saying peace and safety. All right, which means they're gonna be complacent with the chip and with this government structure and this new world order, Novus Ordo Seclorum. And when that happens, go ahead, read that again.
For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child.
Right, like a woman with child. All right, because a woman with child, the labor pains get worse and worse toward the end. All right, and that's how it is in Babylon. The worse and worse it gets, the closer to the end we coming. All right, we stay diligent. All right, and we watch and walk circumspect. All right, and watch the sign of the times, so we know it's coming like a woman giving childbirth. Go ahead.
And they shall not escape. But ye, brethren, are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief. Ye are all the children of light, and the children of the day. We are not of the night.
Now hold on. So that day shall overtake you like a thief. Now does a thief knock on your damn door? No. They sneak in, man. Subtly. All right? That's what a thief does. They creep in unawares, all right? And you don't know they're coming. And just when you think everything's all safe, that's when Yahweh Shai is coming back, who you ignorantly call Jesus Christ. Read.
Ye are all the children of light, and the children of the day. We are not of the night, nor of darkness. Therefore let us not sleep as do others.
Right, let us not sleep as do others. What does that mean? All right, asleep mentally. That means focusing on these scriptures. Watch the news. Watch what's going on, all right? And don't watch the bullshit Fox News. Go on international news, you know? Russia Today, you know?
Son, before you back that up real quick.
Go ahead.
This Romans chapter 13, verse 11. And that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep. For now is our salvation nearer than when we believed.
Right. Salvation is nearer than when we believe, you know? So we have to pay attention, you know, and not sleep like others do. Because everybody else is asleep, man. They asleep with this St. Patrick's Day, all right? Getting drunk, you know, fucking around, partying, you know, The men of the Lord are not going to do that. Because the men of the Lord know that the time is nigh. You know, he's right at the door. You know, continue on.
Therefore, let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober. For they that sleep, sleep in the night, and they that be drunken are drunken in the night. But let us who are of the day be sober, putting on the breastplate of faith and love.
Right, the breastplate of faith. Okay, and that faith is going to come in heavy in these times. All right, martial law is going to kick off. These race riots. You know, you're going to need heavy faith in these times. All right, because it's going to be worse than it's ever been in the history of men. All right, in these times, that's prophesied. So you got to have heavy faith in these last days. The men of the Lord are going to have faith. That's what separates the sheep from the goats. That's what separates the elect from everybody else. The elect are going to have faith. All right, read.
And for a helmet, the hope of salvation.
Right, and that helmet is the hope of salvation. That's what motivates us to do what we do. All right? First and foremost, it's the spirit of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai. But it's that hope, man. That hope for that crown, for that ticket on that chariot. All right? Because we living in hell. Pure hell right now. There's nothing good about the way we living. So we hoping for that ticket. All right? We hoping to get saved. Because you're not saved, contrary to the Christian church, Pastor Pork Chop, Minister Molester, telling you that you saved, you can be saved at any time. You're not saved. What are you saved from? All right, your living conditions are shit. You don't make no money. You broke. You the bottom of the totem pole. You get mocked and scorned everywhere you go. You know, you're not saved from nothing yet, but that's what you hope for. All right, and that's why we're doing this work. Because that's what the Lord said. All right? Compel them to come in. All right? That my house may be full. That's what we out here doing. That's what we hope for, salvation. You know?
For the Most High have not appointed us to wrath, but to obtain salvation by our Lord Yahushua, who died for us, that whether we wake or sleep, we should live together with him.
Right, and whether we wake or sleep, you know, there's elders that been passed on that's sleeping right now. That's in the spiritual world, you know. Abba Bivens, King Marshall, you know, Yaikwad. These men are sleeping, but we're going to be with them, Lord willing. We part of the elect. We're going to be with them in that day, and it's going to be beautiful. All right? Go ahead.
This is James chapter 5, verse 7 and 8. Be patient, therefore, brethren. And we all know that patience is suffering. Okay? So be patient, therefore, brethren, unto the coming of the Lord. Behold, the husbandman waiteth for the precious fruit of the earth. And that's the Lord, you know. He has the elders out there, the prophets, all right, pushing this word, because we're like husbandmen right now. We're sowing the seed in the field, which is the world, and brothers is waking up to the knowledge of the scriptures and truth. So it says the husbandman waited for the precious fruit of the earth. Who's the precious fruit? The elect of the nation of Israel. All right, and have long patience for it. Yeah, because the Lord, you know, was on this earth over 2,000 years ago. You know, and that, you know, he's had patience, and the scriptures say that the day of vengeance burneth in his heart. I mean, he can't wait until, you know, he comes back to deliver the precious fruit of the earth, which is the elect, and especially to get the payback for his you know, his death by the Roman Empire and the wicked Israelites back then.
Yeah, that's why Revelation 1:7 says, all eyes shall see him, even those that pierced him.
Right. And it says, until he received the early and latter rain. It's just like it's comparing to how the elect is being woken up in its season. The time, you know, is a time and season for everything, as the scriptures say. Be also patient, establish your hearts, which is your minds, All right, and that means to stay firm in your mind. Don't be wavering and double, jumping, set hopping, camp hopping, believing in half what Nate say, half what the General Grievous say, half what these false prophets say. You gotta be in the straight line, man. All right, in both senses of the word. Be also patient, establish your hearts, for the coming of the Lord draweth nigh. The coming of Yahushua is near, and that's what the brothers going into.
Go ahead and give me that in Isaiah.
Isaiah 63 verse 1. Who is this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra?
Right?
That it is glorious in his apparel.
Glorious in his apparel. All right, that's the Lord, Yahushua. All right, read on.
Traveling in the greatness of his strength. I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save. Wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth in the wine fat.
Right, saying why is his garments red like he tread in the wine fat? All right, like he was pushing down them damn grapes, getting his blood all, getting it's like it getting the juice all over the garment. Read.
I have trodden the winepress alone, and of the people there was none with me, for I will tread them in my anger.
This is the Lord talking. He's going to tread the rest of you people in his anger, save the elect. Okay? Why is he angry? All the abominations that's been done in the earth. All right? This world is turned upside down. Somebody give me that in Isaiah 29. Upside down. This world is upside down, You got faggots getting married. You got your coon president. All right? That Hamite is the first openly gay president. That's why he's mad. You got Jakes committing adultery with one another like it's nothing, not respecting a man's wife as property. All right,
Yeah, but that Hamite that he's talking about is Barack Hussein Obama. Which a lot of you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you voted them in office or whatever. But you're going, you voted them in, and you're gonna be destroyed, man. The Most High gonna destroy you, man. Okay? It's like the brother's saying, he's openly a faggot or whatever. Yeah, because Barack Obama is a faggot. And what it all boils down to is like what the brother's going into, man. The Lord is going to destroy this place, man. Because this is the beacon of light. Like the El Tahar broke down and breaks down. This is the beacon of light. America is the beacon of light of the whole world. So America pushes its philosophy throughout the whole entire world. You know what I'm saying? Give me Jeremiah, the 51st chapter right quick. 51st and start at 4.
Okay.
Start at the 4th verse. Because, America's dollar, is being devalued. And it is devalued, So that's why when you go to the supermarkets to buy food, you think that, the prices are being raised. No, what it is that the value of the dollar is being devalued. It's going down. It's worth nothing, basically. It's a FRN, a Federal Reserve note, okay? And there's no gold or silver backing it. The Gold Act went out in, I believe, 33. And where they took all the gold away from the dollar, and then I think in 1960, I believe what's his name? Kennedy, JFK, they took the silver away from the dollar. Okay, so there's no gold backing this dollar in America. Okay, and it's gonna go just like the Weimar Republic over there in Germany, the Deutschmark. Where it costs like $50,000 to buy a loaf of bread. It's the same thing is going to happen to America. All right, but let's read that Jeremiah 51st chapter and start at 4.
Start at 4.
Yeah.